get my life together here. Hopefully this works a little better today and you all can hear me. Um, I'm trying to speak loud enough. I've got my maker cam set up, and then I've got my uh, other cam so you guys can see me here. Today, I need to make a few things. Only a couple things. I hope that music isn't too loud. Let me know in the comments if the music is too loud and if possibly I am speaking too low. I can speak up if I need to. Just let me know. Yesterday I couldn't see the comments, but I figured out how to see the comments today. So just send me a message and let me know how that's going. Okay, so how do I get that? I want to see my stream. Can I see that? Alright, it's letting me see that. But can I hear myself? That's the question. I don't know. It's not letting me hear too much of nothing here. Maybe it's just slow. Anyways, who cares? So, like I was saying, so I've got a couple of things to do today. Today, I need to make some. I'm gonna turn this down. Okay. So hopefully that's a little better. You got a little bit of background music. When this air conditioner goes off, then you'll probably be able to hear the background music better. But I want you to be able to hear me. That's the biggest thing. So today, finally, I'm going to get to that. Today, I have a couple of things I need to make. I have to make some massage candles. If you've never heard of a massage candle, pretty much it's made out of body safe materials like cocoa butters or shea butters or mango butters. It's got some sort of oils in it. A lot of people use soy wax as well, which is very moisturizing, and a fragrance, a body safe fragrance. So um, for my massage candles, I use mango butter, hazelnut oil, soy wax, and phthalate free fragrance. So it's a vegan situation and it's also body safe. Let me know if you guys can hear me in the comments. I really appreciate it. Like, you don't have to chat with me, but just let me know if you can hear me okay. So yeah, those are what I call massage candles. What you do is you light the massage candle, you light the wick, and you let it burn for about 5 minutes or so, and it'll start to make a oil out of the ingredients, and then you can pour that oil onto your skin. I might have one sitting around here that I could let you see. I actually, oh wait, I actually do. Hold on. I'll pull it out of here real quick and you can see what it's all about. So, yeah, basically, it's just a little candle, right? I hate the way I'm gonna get a better camera, y'all. I promise. So, it's all of those things solidified there, and you can see it's just a little candle. You light the wick, and it's gonna melt, like I said. Then you can pour it onto your skin. All right, so I'm gonna make three of those today in a scent that I call Rest. It's a lavender and chamomile type situation. It's really great. I love it. And then also in the meantime, I have been testing out a 14-ounce candle. They're pretty big compared to the ones that I offer right now. The size that I offer right now is a 7 ounce. So you can see the difference and size there. I'm always confused about where to put this stuff. Okay, there we go. So you can see the size difference there. This way? Yes. You can see the size difference there. This is the 7 ounce, and this would be the 14 ounce. So I'm working on the 14 ounce right now and getting the wick that I need to use correct. So I've got my wax, I've got my jar, but those two things are constant. My wax that I use and the jar that I use. So the two things that are variable would be my fragrance oil and then also my wick that I use. Those things are very important in their measurements. So I'm starting out with an 8% fragrance load. So that just means that the ratio between wax to fragrance would be 8% of it is fragrance. And now the wick that I'm testing, the wick size is what's causing me the problem. I've found some good hot throw with the past wicks that I've been using, um, but it seems like it's burning like really weak in the middle, which is weird because the middle of your candle is where the candle is going to burn the hottest. So the flame seems really weak at that point. Um, I have been using a method to where I pull the wicks out after it's solidified and insert a new wick when I want to test a new wick. But I want it to get all the way down to the bottom in this new glass. So I want to burn it all the way to the bottom and see how it behaves when I burn it all the way to the bottom. So to enable me to do that, I need to put an actual wick with a tab on it. Um, so instead of cutting them in half like I normally do to do wick testing, I'd have to use a full wick with the tab intact on the ends. Um, to do that, to burn it all the way to the bottom. So what I'm going to do is show you guys my process for that. So I'll move this out of the way. This I'm actually going to pop in the oven for a little while and let that start to melt. So I don't want it to melt to where I'm burning off fragrance oil. So I put it into the oven at a really, really low setting for about 30 minutes or so. So before this is over, you guys will see me pour it from here to to see how that goes. And it will solidify. The wax that I'm using is a Parasoy. It is a it is a IGI 6006 if you are familiar with any of the candle waxes. This is actually a template. This thing here, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. This is actually a template that I bought from a lady on Etsy, and it helps with the placement of the wicks, right? It makes it a lot easier when you have a clear jar that you're working with, and I can just see what I need. Hold on, I'll put it so you can see what I'm looking at. So I can just see what I need and where I need to put it, right there. Boom. So no mistaking. You just line it up and then you stick it. So I made my own little wick sticker thing to place my wicks. So I guess you would call it a wick placement tool, maybe. So I came up with my own little thing. Well, I didn't come up with it. I saw it from somebody else. But I just took the inside, took the guts out of a ink pen, and then I use it to stick the wick through it, right? And then I take the wick stickers, pull the tabby on that little thing, and then stick it right to there. Boom. So now I just go through and find the first little circle and I stick it to the first little circle. Sometimes I gotta close one eye to get it right. It's weird. Alright, and that's one. This just ensures that I've got them correctly spaced apart so that they're not too close together. You'll get a weird burn of the candle if they're too close together in that way. Um, Hi guys. See you guys checking me out. Say what's up in the comments. Give me something to talk about. So, yeah, that's all I've got going on here. One second. I'm almost done placing wick number 2. I just make sure I stick it down there. A lot of people say, well, not a lot of people, some people say that they've had issues with wick stickers and they don't stay stuck all the way. But I've never had that issue. I've never had any customers come back and say they had an issue with that either. So I like to use the wick stickers. Some people use like heat resistant glue. Some people use glue dots. Some people use glue gun. The glue gun, like they just hit the bottom of it, hit the bottom of the wick with a glue gun, and they put it in there. But this seems to be the easiest way for me to do it. All right, so that's all wicked up. And now we don't need this anymore. And we will set this to the side. I gotta go pop this in the oven real quick. But let's talk about the other things we need to do. So, lucky me, I already have my 3 jars wicked up. If y'all can see that. Yep. I've already got my 3 jars wicked up. And just a little tip, the easy way for me to wick these, because they're amber jars, so they're kind of clear, like kind of see-through, but not. So what I do is I'll put my warning label on the bottom of it and try to center it as good as I can. I don't know if you can see that better here or there, but I'll try to center it in the middle as best that I can. And then when I go look through on the inside, it gives me kind of a circle to line up the wick with. If you can see that. Yeah, it might be better on that camera. So yeah, that's the easy way that I wick those. So I've got 3 of those. Now let's see. I have to look for the formula. Yes, I'm strange. Don't mind me. I try not to be, but it always happens. This is just me. I'm strange. I don't know. Maybe I should do some wax melts too, cause I have 5 rest wax melts that I need to make. Did I? Let me turn on. Let me turn on my big pot. That's gonna take a while. I'll turn on the big. No, I don't need the small pot. Turn on the big pot, and I'll turn on my hot plate. So my fiance was so sweet. He was sweet enough to set up my whole workspace to where I have these individual like switches on my, what do you call it? I can never get my words. Individual switches on my surge protector. And he stuck them to the top of my desk. So all of my stuff that's plugged in here, like if you look down this way, I don't know if y'all can see, but this is my little behind the scenes setup there. So I've got my wax, ooh, dropped stuff, my wax warmer, my hot plate, all that stuff down there. But he hooked me up. He hooked me up when it came to these cords right here. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it's got their own little individual switches and stuff. Like, it's like so good for stuff like that. All right. So back to the mission. Back to the task at hand. I may do some wax melts. Depends on if this thing decides to warm up in time. So I've got the hot plate going. Let me move these off the hot plate. So what I'm going to do first, is this the right one? Which one is this? This one's first. Yes. So this is my little, I use the little, I don't even know how many ounces this holds. But there's a small one and there's a big one. The big ones I use for the big candles, like the 7-ounce candles, the 14-ounce candle. Oh, I need to go stick that in the oven. Forgot about that. But this one I use specifically for the massage candles because I only do 5 at a time in those. So since I'm doing just the 3, I'm just going to use this little one. Stick it on the hot plate and let that warm up. Actually, I don't even need to do that yet. I need to measure out the stuff that we need. So, my handy dandy waxy scale, right? So let's figure out. Let me go here. Can y'all still see me? Does that go away? I don't know. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull this out. Bear with me, guys. I am not your biggest tech geek. Why is this not doing it? It will not do it. All right. Anyway, we'll go here because I know you can still see me. Crafty Base. So the inventory management software that I use is called Crafty Base. It is so awesome. It helps me to keep track of my materials inventory, my product inventory, and it helps me keep track of my recipes. So every product that I make has a recipe, and this helps me to keep track of that so that when I need to make things, when I need to manufacture things, I have my recipe right at hand. So we'll go to the rest massage candle and manufacture. So we need to add a manufacturer, and I need to make 3. All right. And boom, it gives me my quantity. No, it gives me my recipe to the quantity that I need. So let me pull this out. Will you let me toggle you to the right? Why is this thing acting stupid? Because it surely is acting stupid. Now will you let me do it? To the left. There we go. And this one is to the right. Boom. See, I'm smart. All right, so for our mango butter, we need to measure out 129 grams of mango butter. All right, so we're gonna move this to the side for a second. This big old honking thing is my mango butter. Now, sometimes it's soft, sometimes it is sometimey, and it takes a little bit of work. So I will tear this out. Let's see. I'll turn this on already. Make sure that it is teared so it's a 0. What's wrong with you? Are you running out of batteries or something? Y'all see this? Well, you might not see it. I don't have the best camera in the world. And you would think, like, I'm also a newborn photographer. I'm trying to figure out how to get that camera to work. That camera would be amazing. Like, then you guys can see, like, the nooks and crannies of everything with that camera. But I haven't figured it out yet. The fiance, the tech guy, he's going to help me. But I'm on the road to getting that done for y'all. So I just take this spoon here and try to get some chunks out to put into our pot here. And remember, we need 129. All right. All right. And I like to measure in grams because it's going to be the most accurate for our situation here. Sometimes I can get a chunk. Boom. All right. Need some muscle, huh? I know y'all want to laugh at me. It's okay. So yeah, just measuring that out. I'm at 76. What did I say? 129. Ow, that hurt. So yeah, I went to my event yesterday. For those of you who saw my cringy, my cringy live from yesterday, my cringy first live, I went to my event yesterday that I was getting ready for, that I was using that I was making the car fresheners for. And it was pretty good. I like to sing at karaoke and I like to sell my stuff. So this turned out to be a win-win for me every second and fourth Tuesday of the month. It's like $35 vendor fee for that. But I feel like it's worth it. Even if I don't make any money, and I did make some money yesterday, which was great. But even if I don't make any money, I feel like I would have paid $35 for a night out, chilling anyway. So I don't feel bad about it, especially when I love karaoke and I love to sing. So 129.8. All right, that's 0.6. Now it's 131. It's okay. Well, it's not. Because I am a ridiculous perfectionist, it is not okay. I don't want to have more than is supposed to be in there. It probably really wouldn't bother anything. It would not ruin the recipe. I'm just a butt. All right, so that's good. So we got our mango butter. And now we need to get our soy wax situation together. Let's move that. All right, so we will tear that again. All right, 132. Let's get that. 132. All right. Yes, and this is a 100% soy right there. It comes in a little flake form situation. See how that just goes right on top of there? Right. 132. Nope, too much. 136. All right, that's good. And then we'll tear that out again to 0. Now we need our hazelnut oil. Hazelnut oil here. Now we take that and we need 30 grams of that. All right. I just happen to have the bottle that's not open. Hold on one second. Oh wait, I don't have an open bottle, so this will be the one that I open. All right, 30 grams. Almost there. All right, boom. So the last thing that we add is the fragrance, but I'm going to go ahead and let that melt first before I put in the fragrance, so I'm not burning off my fragrance. So I just set that onto my hot plate and let that do its thing. So now I'm going to go pop that other one, that other candle here, into the oven real quick. Be right back. All right, so that's in the oven. It's on low, like 120 degrees for 25 minutes. So while that's happening, we can go ahead and measure out our fragrance, which 6.6. Where's my fragrance? There it is. So tear that out again. So it goes down to 0. This is the hardest part. I think I need, well, not even the hardest part. It's hard to get it to pour and be accurate. I normally have a little squishy thing. I swear I'm the most unprepared for this live thing, but I'm gonna get better. I promise. Give me 2 seconds while I go get the squishy things, the pipettes. That's what they're called, pipettes. All right, here we go. Pipettes. These little things. I get them from Amazon. They're like super duper handy when it comes to this. I don't like to mix fragrances and stuff like that. So when I'm doing things like the car fresheners, this makes it really, really simple. 6.6. Let me restore this now. Move this over so I can see if you guys are chatting. Nope, nothing. So I'm wondering if I go to Facebook, is there a is there a chat on there? Because it's weird because yesterday people were trying to chat with me, but they couldn't because of the fact that I couldn't see it. So let me see. We'll get back to this. 6.6 is what we're going for. It's a whole lot easier to do with this. Facebook. And if you guys have like any suggestions about how I could make this stream better, or like any tips as to things I can do to make it easier for me. Are you serious? Did this thing just go off? It did. And it did. Yeah, any tips or whatever that could help me to make this stream better would be greatly, greatly appreciated. All right. So that's 4.7. Almost there. 6. There we go. 6.6. All right. So this will be all ready for when our butters and oils have melted down. It takes a while. See, we're still in the flake mode at the top, but we do got a little bit of oil coming from the butters at the bottom. So we'll let that do its thing still. All right. So nothing. It's okay. So we'll talk about my experience last night at karaoke. I find it really interesting interacting with people in a venue like this because it's literally like a garage, really. And then they have seating, but it's nice. They've got seating on the floor and things. They do game night, but it's loud because of the karaoke. So, and it's dark. So what I have to do with my display is I have to add lights to it and light it up. Oh, that's another thing. I gotta go on Amazon and get a new little lamp because I changed the way that my table is displayed. So now there's like this nice bright display here on this side, but then it's dark on the other side where it comes to the tester so people can open and see what everything smells like. I did not ask you for TikTok, iPad. I did not. So, yeah, I think it is interesting that even in those circumstances where it's dark, where it's loud, people still come over and we still end up having conversations and they're still testing and they're still buying, which is pretty awesome. A lot of people come over and they'll say, "Oh, I love your display. I love how this is set up." And that just makes me feel really good because at one point, when I first started, when you go back and you look at it, it's like, you've come a long way, girl. I'm really excited. What is this login code? You know what? Facebook. I don't care at this point. I really hope you guys can hear me. So I'm trying to think of what else that I could make while these things are doing their thing. Let's see. So I went through the mini diffusers yesterday. I made those. Diffuser oils. I could do that. I only need 2 of those. I need a desert bloom and I need a rest. So let's do that. Let's do that. So I ordered these on Amazon, these nice little dropper bottles. Where'd it go? All right, let's let's do both of these. Desert Bloom and Rest. Where's the rest of the big one? That's crazy. These are both, they're both the same like amount that they hold, but one is a little taller than the other and one is a little wider, like it's fatter. So that's how it's the same amount, but it looks like the skinny one doesn't have as much, but it does. So those really aren't, the skinny ones really aren't my normal ones that I use. I normally use the fat ones instead of the skinny ones. So I kind of want to get rid of the skinny ones and go back to the fat ones. So I will use the skinny ones right now. There's nothing wrong with them. I just like the fat ones better. I like the look of the fat ones better. So we've got that out of the way. I need 2 little droppers again for the fragrance. And then I need my base. What do you say? We need a Rest, right? Rest and Desert Bloom. 2 seconds. Right behind me. All right. Why do I have 3? I only need 2. Anyway, Rest and Desert Bloom. I've got my base. Where did you go? Right here in my face. Don't judge me. Anyways, hey y'all, say what's up in the comments. Let me know how I'm doing or how y'all are doing. It's a nice day outside. It's not raining like it was yesterday. I got my sunflower earrings on for some sunshine. Yep. Let me know. Let me know what's up in the comments. I feel alone and lonely. All right, so the first one I'm going to do is lavender and chamomile. I do this so often. I know exactly what or how much I need to put in here. I'm not going to tell everybody because that's proprietary information. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's that. All right, so that one is for the Rest. And now I will do the, what was this one? Desert Bloom. Desert Bloom. So I've got an event coming up on Saturday. That's what I am preparing for at this moment. Saturday is in Mount Airy. It is a brewery. I can never say that word right. I always say brewery in Mount Airy, and it's really really nice. The crowd is always really really nice, and I always make pretty good money there. I'm just hoping that it doesn't rain. The last week that I went, it was so hot. It was like baking my soul in this heat. But this week, it's not supposed to be hot, but it's supposed to rain, which is breaking my heart. So I'm hoping that the weatherman or the weather goddess or whoever is going to control this situation. I don't know what Google's talking about. Whoever is going to control the situation, I'm hoping that they get it together because I need to make some money. And I don't have a backup event. Like I am so like organized when it comes to that situation. Like I'm booked all the way out until July. When I decided that I was just gonna do this and only this, that's my job. I said, oh, well then I need work. I need to be booked and busy. And that's what I did. I went through and I found every Saturday from let's see, February until now. Oh look, that is doing its thing. Almost. We not ready yet, but we getting there. Yeah. So yeah, I like to stay booked and busy. So as soon as I decided that this was the move, this was the deal, um, that's what I did. I started going online. I don't know if y'all can hear me. I started going online and going into Facebook groups. You know, there are Facebook groups for pretty much everything. And I found a Facebook group for the DMV, or the District of Columbia, Maryland, and Virginia area. That's what they call the DMV. Which one is this? This one is Rest. So I got to put the labels on them now. But yeah, so I went on Facebook groups for the DMV, and I found people who were hosting events like pop up shops and things like that, festivals and things. And I just started setting down, putting down my vendor fees and getting myself booked for these events. And so far, so good. I'm booked all the way out until July. I'm not working, at least my business, like event wise, I'm not working in July because my brother is going to be having a baby soon. Well, he's not having the baby, his girl is having the baby. But I will have a little nephew who is arriving soon, and I call him the Goober. He's so sweet. I call him the Goober, but it's his first baby. It's his girl's first baby, and I'm gonna go and be a doula for them because that's another hat that I wear. Newborn photographer, doula, graphic designer, and candle business owner, entrepreneur, all around. Like that is what I do, and I like it. I don't think I'd have it any other way to not have all these things to do. How about that? All right, so I've labeled these. Well, this is the second one. If you guys can see me doing that. It's so nice to have these already pre-printed out. I used to do them like one at a time before, but that is for the birds, honey. All right, so let's see what else we just knocked out. All right, we did. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Yesterday we did car fresheners, so that's out the way. Today we did the diffuser oils. So what left do I have to make? I have candles, and I have, nope, I don't have room sprays because those are all good. I have wax melts, so I don't know if that one is done yet. Let me turn on the small pot too. I'll turn on the small pot too. The small pot is what holds my wax for my candles. The big pot, the big granny pot, like this one is, it holds like a whole case, a whole 50-pound case of wax for my wax melts. That one takes a while. It's probably nowhere near done. I can look at it real quick, but it's probably nowhere near done. Don't ask me why I did not turn them on beforehand, because that would be too much like a smart thing to do. You know what I mean? But this is my second one. I'm learning. Nope. The big pot is only at 179 degrees, and I heat up the big pot to, what was it, 194? Yeah, because temperatures are important when it comes to candle making. You don't want you don't want it to be too hot. You gotta, because then when you put your fragrance oil in it to mix it, it's just gonna burn it off, and it's not gonna be very much left of that fragrance for when your customer burns the candle. Um, so you want to keep it a sweet spot between like maybe 180 and 190 when you add your fragrance. It depends though on the type of wax that you're using. You want to follow your manufacturer's instructions for that to make sure that you're getting the most out of the ingredients that you're using. Let's check on Let's check on our massage candle stuff. But still a little ways to go. So I told y'all it takes a little bit. You don't want to heat it too fast because then you start breaking down the components, the nutritious components of the mango butter and things like that. The mango butter, most importantly, the wax can take it, the oil can take it, but the mango butter is a little heat sensitive. So that's doing its thing. Give me a sec. I'll go check on our candle that is repurposing itself. I don't know what happened to our music. When I'm looking for it, when I'm not looking for it, it's not there. When I'm looking for it, I know I had it on repeat. We got it going. There we go. All right. Almost done in the oven. So yeah, the new what else can I make? Oh, well, it isn't specifically what I make for my business, but one of the things that I went to the last event that I was at, one of the things that I found to buy from another vendor were these cool little things. They're called she called them super soaker sponges. And basically, I'm the type, if I see something cool, I want to try to make it. I want to try to do it myself. So these ones, after I brought them home and I looked at them, I figured out that all they really are is these little sponges from the Dollar Tree. You can get them in packs of like maybe 4 or 5, these little things from the Dollar Tree. And all she did was cut them up into strips, those sponges, and then stacked 2 sponges worth on top of each other, and then wrapped it with string, and then fluffed it out. And now the kids, you get them a bucket of water, and you stick these little sponge things in the bucket of water, and they will go to town, throwing them like, what do you call them, water balloons, without all the water balloon pieces that you got to pick up and stuff. It's cool. And I feel like it's easier on your water bill. Like all the water balloons that you got to fill up just to like throw on the ground. You just fill up one bucket of water and stick these little bellies in there and call it a day. So that was one of the things, one of the cool things about my last event. And we're still at 179. I feel like that's not moving. It's because it's a whole bunch. It's like I told you, it's a whole entire it's an entire case of wax in there, so it's gonna take a while. I should have planned this out better. I'm gonna figure it out for like the next time. But what else could I make? There's nothing else really that I make right now. We'll be done in a second. Let's see. Actually, I might be able to. I don't know what else to make. Oh, well, we could go through these fragrances. Oh, that. So yeah, I almost broke a whole bunch of stuff trying to get these fragrances out. But this is how much scent samples that I have. Trying to figure out what scents I want to use for my business next. The most recent ones that I got, we can go through those and check them out and see what we like or what we don't like while we're waiting for our other things to finish melting. Oh, that's looking better. Almost done there. Keep going. All right. So, this collection was called the Spring Fragrance Sampler. Oh no, I just dumped it. So, I just dumped over our our fragrance for the massage candles. but it's okay. I can just put some more in there. Not a big deal. Because for the massage candles, you don't need a lot of fragrance. You can only put the amount that is safe for skin use, and that's definitely way less than candles. So when it comes to fragrance for the massage candles, I'm really not losing a lot of materials when I make those. So give me a second. We're gonna measure that out again. So I'm just gonna take the empty little silicone cup, and now whatever is left in there is how much is left. So what did we say? We need to get to 6.6. We'll get another one of our little squishy things. It's a pipette, but I can never get the word out. Squishy thing. All right, 6.6. Almost. Come on, thing. So yeah, with the things that are going in the pot right now, the ingredients that are going in the pot right now, you don't want them to get too hot, but you don't want them not to be hot enough when you mix your fragrance. Because if it's not hot enough, then your fragrance isn't going to bond or bind with the other ingredients, and it's just going to kind of like, what do you call it? It's gonna come to the top. It's gonna float to the top. Over time, it's going to go through the other ingredients and merge itself up to the top, and just sit on the top. It'll look like it's sweating or something like that, and you don't want that. All right. So I put that way and well out of the way this time. This is the empty one. I put that well out of the way this time, so I don't have to worry about knocking it over. All right. So back to this. This collection is called the Spring Fragrance Sampler from the Flaming Candle. I don't know if y'all can see that. From the Flaming Candle. I don't think it mirrors it, so you probably can't see it right. But it's from the Flaming Candle. We'll go through these and see if there's anything we like. So this one's called Woods and Earth. Can you see that? Woods and Earth. It's probably backwards. I wonder if this one's backwards. Let's see. Are you backwards? Yep, you're backwards too. Sorry. I'm learning. I'm learning new stuff every day. All right, so let's smell this one. See what it smells like. Hmm. It definitely, it definitely smells like woods and earth. I don't really know how to. It smells kind of like dirt. Like if you ever like planted things outside, it smells like potting soil to me. I don't think it's something that I would want to use as a candle, but it definitely smells like dirt. Somebody likes it. They made a scent out of it. So there's that, and it sounds like our candle is done in there in the kitchen. So I'll go get that in a second. This one's called Magnolia Blossom. I'm not gonna put it up there because you guys can't see it anyway. But Magnolia Blossom. I'm thinking it is a floral scent. Duh. We're gonna check it out. Oh, that's pretty actually. That's very pretty. It's light, almost almost peachy kind of. It's light. I like it. It could make it into the spring line for next year. All right. Give me one sec. I'm gonna go check out the rest of our little candle in here. All right. Nope, that one's not done either. But let's look at our massage candle ingredients. Woo, almost done. Let's mix that around some. We're almost to the point where we will add our fragrance oil. Just want to make sure everything is melted down so it can be well incorporated before we add that fragrance oil. Alright, so let's go back to our scents. Cool citrus basil. So I am guessing maybe an orangey or lemony kind of smell going on here. And then an herbal kind of situation. Maybe a mint. Let's see. I actually really like this. It's giving me kind of like either a lemony or a lime kind of situation there. Maybe a little mint. I might have been right about that. But it's definitely like a lemony or a lime, not an orange or grapefruit. That's good. I like that one. So there's a number 2 that may make it into the spring for next year, the spring line for next year. This is weird. It's called 2543. I don't know what that means. I don't know what to expect. So let's see what it smells like. That's weird. I'm not sure what that is. It smells maybe like there's a vanilla in there. It smells kind of orangey too. Orangey and vanilla-ish. If you guys know of any scents that you think I should try, leave them in the comments for me and I'll check them out. I'll see if I can find those scents and check them out and see what they smell like. Maybe we could do a review of that one. Japanese cherry blossom. If you've ever gone to Bath and Body Works with a teenage girl in the 90s or the 2000s, you know exactly what Japanese cherry blossom smells like. It smells like high school girls. That's what it smells like. Let's see. Yep, that's it. I am immediately brought back to high school. It smells good though. I don't know if I want it in that spring line, but it is nice. It's light, very light. Let's see. What are you doing up there? I think we're ready. Y'all see that? It is clear. All right, so let's add our fragrance oil. And then we're going to stir it for 2 minutes. Where did my watch go? We're going to stir it for 2 minutes. Yes, I know you need juice. Start a timer for 2 minutes. Okay, maybe Siri didn't hear me. 0915. Start a timer for 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Starting now. There we go. Thank you, Siri. So yeah, Japanese cherry blossom. That definitely smells like high school in a bottle right there. That and probably cucumber melon would smell like high school in a bottle. And maybe Love Spell from what did that come from? That came from Victoria's Secret. Love Spell, I think it was. So yeah, that would instantly take me back. Let's see. Almost done. Almost done. And then we should probably be able to get that other candle out too from the oven after this is done. I really appreciate you guys stopping in and hanging out with me, helping me learn through this type of stuff. I definitely want to figure out how to get my camera to be better. Well, I have a better camera, but I just need to be able to hook it up. And I don't know how to do that. The mister definitely knows how to hook that up. I do not. All right, so that oven just went off again. And that was 6 minutes. I think 6 minutes should do it for that. Because it was pretty much melted down. With that, again, temperature matters. Too you don't want it to be too hot so that it'll burn off your fragrance. Then there's no sense in me testing because all my fragrance is gone. This is just a little trick that I learned to not have to waste wax and oil again, uh, to fix that test. All right, we are done. So now we can pour into our vessels. Before we do that, I want to get our wick holders. These little things. I found them on Amazon. This is the coolest thing. Like, you just stick it on top and then pop the wick in there and it holds your wick straight. So you don't have to worry about uncentered wicks. Because that can be dangerous. If you got an uncentered wick, like if you buy a wick from somebody at a marketplace or something and the wick is like off to the side or something like that, that could be really dangerous. It could burn really, really hot close to that glass and cause your whole thing to explode. So when you're buying candles from markets or from handmade vendors, you want to make sure that you look at things like that before you purchase, because it could be potentially dangerous in your household. So this one is meant for the